Hello, Steve White, Steve White's 89. Well, I like to collect some of the old licensed 80s annuals and 70s annuals, and for some reason I didn't buy this one for the longest time. I always wanted it. A friend of mine had it as a kid, and I couldn't really remember what was in it, but I always loved the fact that it had like a cover which was using the toys and everything. And I just got it the other day. I just decided to get it, and I mentioned it to him, and he said, "Oh, can you send me a few pictures of the pages and that, because I don't really remember what was in it." I'm like, I think I'll just do a look through video, so a look inside video. So here I go. So Master of the Universe annual, I think it was 1984, and along with the cover it had a lot of pictures of the actual toys on the inside, which I loved. And it went through talking about the Warriors, who's who. I think it's all fictional, talking about the actual characters, not about the toys or the toy line, but the actual characters. And then we go into a story, and they're very much like storybook stories. All these annuals mostly had storybook stories, like this one is The Traveller, and it's mostly in colour. Some of them were comic strips taken from comics already printed. Other ones were original stories with original artwork, and sometimes they didn't have proper colour, and you got like this where suddenly it just goes into shades of blue or purple or red or pink. So they're not totally black and white, but they're not really, you know, properly coloured. I mean, they are coloured, but... For Fight for Prison Star. The Fight for Prison Star. And I don't really... I think I remember the fact that it had the toys on the cover, and I remember the pictures of the toys on the inside. And I remember them being storybooks to an extent, but I didn't really remember anything about it. And I don't know why it took me so long to buy it. Oh, the little Castle Grayskull down there. Yeah, I don't know why it took me so long. I think it was because they were all expensive. This one was $55, which is probably the most expensive one I've bought from all the different annuals. And the art's pretty good, because one thing I found disappointing with the storybooks, the He-Man ones that I had a couple of them, and I'd always read the titles of the ones on the back, and I always wanted them. And I just went and bought them all because I found someone who had a lot of all the ones I didn't have. So I just bought them and put them with the ones I did have. But the art was disappointing on all of them. I didn't really enjoy looking at them as much as I thought I would. These are a little bit better, actually. And there's about 3 or 4 other ones of these, but all the covers are illustrated, and I didn't like the art on any of them. Whereas the art on these, which of course has the toys, is much nicer. And this of course is the Race to Grayskull game, which I've heard people comment on. And the back has a different image of Castle Grayskull and the toys, so I'm glad I bought that. I might buy the others. They're not cheap, but the stories and the illustrations should be as good as this. But yeah, I don't really like the cover art. They don't jump out. This jumped out to me. So there you go. Feel free to share, like, comment, subscribe. Let me know what you think. Bye. So I have a few of the old licensed annuals from the 70s and 80s, and you know, I could do with a few more, but I also have the He-Man storybooks from Golden Books. I'll have a look at them. So the annual was from World, but I also have the Golden Book storybooks. Now, this is the one I had that I bought off a friend, so for the longest time this is all I had, but I'd look at the back and I'd see the stories, and I always wanted to know what they were. And one day I found someone who had them all, except for the one that I had, on sale on eBay, so I bought the whole lot. And unfortunately, I wasn't that impressed by the art. Because you can't really get too involved with the stories because they are written for children, but sometimes you can just get lost in the art if it's good enough. But these ones I was fairly disappointed. And I got a couple of She-Ra ones as well, and they were worse. I kept one just for the sake of it, but yeah, they're a little disappointing. But if you want me to go through those, let me know. I also had some of the little ladybird ones, and unfortunately the art in these were even worse. But I kept one just for the sake of it, just to have one to go with my other Batman and Transformer ones which had better artwork. So, yeah. I'm going to go. Feel free to share, like, comment, subscribe. Let me know what you think. Thanks. Bye.